Hi, I'm Mason Hauser, a junior at Oakton High School, and I've created this video to tell you and show you a little bit about myself. First off, I'm a great student. I'm very active in my community, and I'm a phenomenal athlete. I mean, seriously, if you look up athlete in the dictionary, you will see a picture of me. But more about that later. I'm sure you have all heard the term business before pleasure. Well, that is what I plan to do here today. We will start off first with my academics, which is the business part. Then, I will tell you a little about my volunteering, and then we'll wrap up the show with a lot of sports highlights. And let me tell you folks, there are a lot of web gems. So, let's talk about academics. Who's familiar with the all-elusive 4.0 GPA? Because 4.0 is not necessarily a term in the dictionary, but if it were, my picture would be there too. And why would it be there? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my academics. I currently have a 4.0 GPA and am enrolled in 4 advanced placement classes this year. I completed another AP class last year to bring the total to 5 soon-to-be completed AP classes on my transcript. But that's just the beginning. Take a second to look at the screen. See if you can tell me what this is. Well, that, my friends, is 3 degrees below zero. That's not only funny, but that's going to be me in 12 years. If you're wondering about why it's below zero, that's because I will probably be living in Minnesota, also known as the state of hockey. I feel very lucky to be a good student, but also to be given the chance to play sports. I realize that many kids, for various reasons, do not have the same opportunities as me and many of you. Among the various volunteer work that I do, my favorite would have to be the Reston Challenger Baseball League. These past few years, the Reston Challenger Baseball League has given me the eye-opening pleasure of working with mentally and physically challenged children who love sports but need some guidance. From having the experience helping these kids, I've begun to realize their intense love for sports and how much they look up to people who play on high school teams. By serving as a role model and friend to these kids, I remember the reason I first started playing sports: for the love of the game.
The 7th Mason Hour.
Before we get into sports, let's take a quick look at the weather. It looks like Tuesday, there is a 30% chance of rain. Wednesday, a 40% chance of rain. Oh, and Thursday and beyond, it looks like there's going to be 100% chance of Mason being admitted to the college of his choice. And now it's time for sports. A lot of people ask me, where do you get the time to play sports and still keep up with your homework from 4 AP classes? To build the suspense, I will keep that a secret until the next segment. But let me give you a few hints. Sometimes I'm a little bit behind schedule. Other times I'm simply just beside myself. But fortunately, I'm able to do a lot of reading between the lines. And speaking of lines, you never want to cross the blue line in hockey before the puck does, or that's offsides. That's never a problem on my teams. Take a look at these highlights.
Touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good.
Like all team sports, hockey goes way beyond just the game. You learn to work as part of a team, you can forge bonds of friendship that last a lifetime, and I think it goes without saying that you'll keep in great physical condition. I made the varsity golf team at Oakton my freshman year. One of the unique things about golf is that it is not a team sport. In fact, when you show up, everyone is your competitor. Because you are your own team, every mistake you make is 100% you and is magnified just that much more. The key is to learn mental toughness to get through rough patches and still come out on top. And finally, my favorite sport, baseball. I've played many sports during my still relatively short lifetime, and I would have to say, baseball is the most difficult by far. There are many aspects to the game, To be successful on a high school varsity team as I am, you have to excel in different areas such as hitting, bunting, fielding, throwing, and base running. Each of these different subdivisions of the game have different situations that require different ways of thinking. I could go on for hours and still not cover half the things I've learned throughout the years. My dad always told me that baseball is a thinking man's game. And now I can see how you can take different situations and through the use of logic, find the play you can execute to best benefit your team. I realize that I have talked a lot about sports, and now it is time for me to share my secret about how I can get all my schoolwork done while playing 3 varsity sports. The truth is that there is no secret. Because sports take up so much of my time, I needed to find a way with the short window between the end of practice and bedtime to get my homework done. The solution I came up with is time management, discipline, and dedication. All things I acquired through sports. Using these 3 skills, I learned to get all my work done because as I learned from sports, it is fun to win. And I equate getting good grades with scoring a victory against schoolwork. Well, it looks like we're out of time. Back to you.